I'm out of Miami, Florida, bro. It's always amazing, man. It's been raining last couple of days, but we need it, so I'm okay with it. It
Yeah.
is what it is. This that time of the year we start leading into the rain, and rainy season, which is fine, man. Listen, you gotta take the good, the bad, and the ugly. We legitimately have, in my opinion, one of the best weather situations in the entire country. I'll take that. And I grew up in New York. I'm a Bronx born and raised guy. Um, I don't want to ever deal with the cold again. So I was born and raised in New York, moved to Florida when I was in high school. My mom moved here and joined the Marine Corps. I was in the Marine Corps for close to 9 years.
Wow.
And then after serving in the Marine Corps, I got into real estate. I did everything. I ran a team. I opened up my own brokerage. It was a great brokerage. We were running big and fast and fat, and it was amazing. And then we ended up selling that brokerage, and we've been to a couple different companies, and here we are now at LPT. Super excited and happy to be here, man. Read and study, believe it or not. Jokingly enough, a lot of people are funny. I'm learning Hebrew right now. So I'm studying a new language, so I speak English and Spanish. Soon I'll be trilingual, which is pretty dope. I like spending time with my family. I like movies. I'm a big movie guy. I love watching movies. And reading. So honestly, I really like to read. I really like to spend some time outside. I'm all about the ocean. I love the ocean. But anything I can do with my family really kicks it off for me, man. I really enjoy that. For a long time, I was just work, 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 work all the time. And so people would ask me, what are your hobbies? I don't have any hobbies. Like my hobby was real estate, right? Like that's what it was. And I like ate, slept, breathed real estate. Like that's all it was. And then I had an awakening. I guess I'm getting to that age, right? Where you have an awakening, you start to see your kids grow up and leave. And and I'm like, no, I gotta kind of like I want to spend as much time as I can with them because then they're gonna go and they're gonna create something for themselves that they're going to spend 100 miles an hour doing. And then I have time for me, you know? So I want to take advantage of that opportunity with them. So that's what I do for fun, man. I don't have any really big hobbies or collectibles or anything like that. I podcast, I read, I have fun with it, I study, I learn as much as I can. Healthy brain is a healthy body. So when I left the Marine Corps, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I got a couple jobs, learned sales, was in and out of work, just trying to figure out where I wanted to be. And within the first year of me being out of the Marine Corps, I sat down with my cousin Josie, and she was in mortgages at the time, and she was living in South Beach, and she was living in a beautiful condo, and she was driving a beautiful car. And I was like, "Hold on, dude, what do you do?" Because I want to figure that out, right? Um, and coming out of the Marine Corps, I couldn't afford no South Beach or German vehicle or anything like that, right? So, you know, um, it was and she told us she was in mortgages, and she goes, look, dude, you don't want to do mortgages. You're a people facing person. You like to talk, you like to teach, you like to do things like that. Go into real estate. And so I did, and that's what drew me into it. And then ever since, I've gone through the stages. I've been selling real estate 21 years now. I've gone through the stages where I was super passionate about working with veterans. And then maybe I was super passionate about working with first time home buyers. And then maybe I got super passionate about, people who immigrated into the United States and they were searching for the American dream, right? And so like I've been through all those stages. Now I'm super passionate about building, right? Like I just want to build. Like how can my real estate agents and the people that associate with me make the most money possible in every avenue that they can without negating their real estate business? And so that's what I'm ultimately passionate about. I've been coaching for 11 years, and I recently just closed down my coaching company completely. And I'm just doing things very different now. I've written 3 books on sales and marketing. My last book was a little bit different. It was called The Truth About Failure. And it was a bestseller for about 10 seconds, and I have a screenshot to prove it. Uh, and so, that's just been my experience, if you will. And that's where my passion is. When I got an agent right now sitting in our main area. He's amazing. His name's Hamza. He's hustling every day. He wants to learn more. Every day he's making his phone calls. Every day and when you get somebody like that that comes near you, you just want to help them. How do I help you make more money? Right? Like, how do I help you grow? How do I help you succeed? And be the best that you can be and build a family and provide for your family. And I take that stuff personal. So that's where my passion is. My passion's in helping others and growing. I had the probably unique opportunity to meet with Robert Palmer um, uh, years ago when he first started the company. I'm like agent like 400 and something, right? And I joined the company when we were Florida only. And I was at a national brand company and I was growing. And I just sitting with Robert, being able to have a conversation with him on what his idea of what the future of LPT looked like and who he was. I didn't know anything about this guy, but just that one conversation, it was a long dinner. It's like a 3, 4 hour dinner. And all that information I took from him, I walked away believing in him as a person, as a man. And I'm here today to tell you everything he said to me at that dinner table, he has made reality. And that's the type of person you want to work with. The type of person that says they're going to do something, they do it. That's the type of person you want to work with, even if it doesn't work out in the long term, even if they have to shift or change, but they say they're going to do something, they do it. That's the type of person I want to be around. And he was just stand up, man. He was a stand up guy who was giving a stand up message and he wanted to build something different. And when he said to me, we will be the type of brokerage that allows the opportunity for recruiting and downline growth, but we're always going to be real estate first because without the sales of real estate, nothing else matters, right? A real estate company that doesn't sell real estate is not a real estate company, right? It's a recruiting company. And so when he said that, I got it. But then he said something even more. He said, I'll never put somebody on a stage and put how many agents they've recruited on the big screen. Anyone I put on the stage is going to come with validity in real estate sales. And that to me was amazing because no one else in the cloud brokerage downline system type was thinking that way, right? And so it led me to believe that he just really wanted to create a company that moved homes and impacted people, right? And that's what I'm about. So I jumped in on that, and luckily enough, I had some friends that were here in Miami with me, and I went and I spoke to them, and they bought into it like instantly with minimal information. And that was even more proof that this was a great move for us because they saw it without seeing it, right? And so and all those same people, they're still here with us today, so it's pretty amazing. I mean, I had a decent income and a decent team and a decent downline in my previous company. And so I had to walk away from that and understand that there was going to be a reset and um and changes that I was going to have to make. And those were the hesitations, but they weren't really hesitations. They were just come to understanding moments, you know? And I just had to sit down and okay, well, what am I going to do and how am I going to change something? You know? And there was it was, and listen, and all those hesitations and everything, no matter what happens, like I was pushing for it. I called Robert one day. I said, hey, Robert, listen, I'm thinking about running for commissioner of my area. Like I'm thinking about getting into politics, man. And he was all about it. And he was giving me tips on what to do and this and that. He thought it was a great idea. And I was like, shit, this is great. Like I thought he was gonna be like, oh, dude, what about your real estate business? But he saw the bigger picture the way I did. Right. If I go and I become a badass commissioner for 4 years and I'm really, really great at it, now I know the whole damn community. Like, so my real estate business is gonna do just fine, right? There's a bigger picture to it. Um, and so I get to help people in multiple facets. And I didn't end up doing it because I had a heart attack. And I was like, okay, I had a heart attack, so maybe I shouldn't add another thing to my plate as big as commissioner of my area, right? But just like, no real hesitations. They were concerns, and I had to navigate the concerns. And once I navigated the concerns, then I was at a good home. I'm just really excited with the growth and the connections that I've made at this company. You know, I've been able to see people that I've been friends with for 7 to 10 years at large brokerages across the country make the change and come over with us. Um, and to be able to be connected to them at a different level now, it's been incredible. People that I've met, incredible. The executive staff at LPT, incredible. I'm most excited about the growth and the connections that we'll continue to make. This company's going to keep growing. You know, one day we'll go public, which is going to be fun and amazing. And I hope to be in New York for that. And if I don't get invited, I'm going to go anyway because they can't stop me from going to New York, right? So I'll go find out where the party is and I'll dress up and act like I belong, brother. So it's extremely important to all agents, right? All agents want to feel like they're a part of something bigger than just themselves. When it comes to culture and support, look, man, I think that culture in a company is critical. Okay. And when you think about it like this, every agent or everyone, think about everyone in every company wants to feel like they belong to something bigger than them, right? Like when you think about Google, like, oh, why do people work here? Because of the culture in Google and everything that they bring to the table, culture is critical. And the fact that our CEO and our leaders are involved with us on the grind every day and every Monday, we're getting motivational Monday, and the message is being passed, and the social media look, and the way we treat each other, and the way we respect each other, and the reason that we have no silos, and and if you can't join the grasshopper group if you don't go and be in their downline, none of that stuff exists with us, right? And so that culture, I think, is important for everyone, for every single agent, whether you sell one deal a year or one deal a day, right? And then support, dude. I've never been at a company where you get support so quickly. It's to the point where I think a couple of weeks ago I didn't get a DA on time, and I like shot a concerned email like, what is everything okay over there? Like, like I thought the world was blowing up and like Orlando got hit by a meteor or something. Like I didn't know what was happening because it never happened to me before. I'm spoiled now, right? Like if service goes down, I wouldn't know what to do, you know? Being a part of a group of people that think of more than just themselves is the biggest piece for me. I consider to be myself a leader. I consider to be myself an alpha male. I consider to be myself a smart individual, right? Someone who, if I decided tomorrow to just start my own brokerage, I could. I could. I mean, do I, can I build something like LPT? I don't know. I don't have a desire to, right? But do I want to? No. Why? Because I'm part of this team, because I appreciate the people that I work with, the people that I associate with, the people that I'm connected to. Come on, man. It doesn't get better than this. So, I served in the Marine Corps for 9 years. I love working with veterans. I love teaching veterans how to use their VA loan to hack wealth, right? Like, helping a veteran realize that they can buy a 4-unit complex as long as they live in one of them and let the other three pay their mortgage, and they can do that with a VA loan. Like a lot of veterans don't understand that. They don't know it. The military is not teaching you that on the way out. It's more like, oh, you're done. Okay, see you later, right? Like, so educating veterans, it excites me. So I'm a nerd when it comes to real estate. I like looking at houses and detail and architecture and things like that. So I love selling luxury homes. I get bored in the non-luxury market. I sell them anyway, but I get bored because so much of it looks alike, right? But when you go into a higher level market, the homes become customized and different, and styles are different. And I mean, I've sold homes that look like they belong in the 16th century, with gas lanterns inside and like, checker floors in the ballroom and things like that. That stuff's fun to me. It's exciting. Um, and it's fun to do. And then honestly, I love this game, man. Seeing a first time home buyer crying at the closing table because they just bought a property, right? Like for the first time. Or, I live in Miami, seeing a Cuban national that came to America with nothing in their pockets, and now they're working and they've got things going on, and they're buying their first piece of property ever, like in America. Dude, come on. Like, how do you not get excited about things like that? I don't even know. I don't even know how to answer that. I just go. I can't dwell in something I can't control, right? So I figure out how this challenge is going to be controlled and how this challenge is going to benefit me in the long run. And then I just keep going. Right now, 2026, I made a big decision to close down a lot of the other stuff I was doing, like coaching and things of that nature. Um, so what I did was, I looked at things that were making me money, but also a distraction, and I just kind of got rid of them. And my biggest goal of improvement is to build my team into a team of people that are benefiting on every level. And so what I mean by that is I want my team to earn on different levels. I want them to learn how to earn through title. I want them to learn how to earn through mortgage. I want them to learn how to earn in their real estate business. I want them to figure out what the best possible route for them in real estate is. And then I want them to double down on that, And so, that's where I'm at right now. Like, I want to improve my ability to get to more people and give them that. My kids and my wife. There's a lot of people that might come here and say, "Oh, I'm inspired by so and so and this and that and that and this." And yeah, there's a lot of inspiring people out there. But if you're going to ask me who and what inspires me, it's when I go home and I see my kids doing what they're doing. I got one kid that just applied to nursing school. I got another kid that's pre-law. I got another one that just got accepted to Johns Hopkins University and she wants to be a doctor. And my youngest wants to follow her to Johns Hopkins. We're excited about that. That's what motivates me, right? So, you want to get motivated, see your kid get accepted to one of the highest prestigious, most important medical schools in the entire country, and then look at the tuition bill. And that'll motivate your ass to go to work. Do it for the right reasons, right? Like if you closed on a home or you purchased or sold a home, and then you looked on the closing statement and you saw how much the agent earned, and that's what motivated you to become a real estate agent, don't even bother. You're not going to make it. You're not going to last, right? Like, but if you are becoming or it's easy to do, right? Or you want to be on $1 million listing wherever you live, just don't do it. We don't want you. Don't do it. Do it for the right reasons. If you're thinking about becoming a real estate agent, do it because you want to make this a part-time job or a career or whatever it is you decide to do with it. But you're doing it because you want to help people. And by the way, while you're helping people, you get to make some money doing it. And that's okay too. I'm not saying money's bad. Money's great. But, do it because you want to do it for the right reasons. You want to help people buy homes, or you're intrigued by real estate, or you're excited about properties, or like you're just a nerd. Like everywhere you go, you're like popping into open houses to check it out, see what's going on. Those are the right reasons. People is the reason you do this, you know? And then the benefactor of all of that is if you do it right and for the right reasons, you will make money, lots of money. Even part-timers make lots of money if they're doing it for the right reason. Yes. I was supposed to be in Toronto not long ago, but then a snowstorm decided to cancel my flight plan. But yeah, man, I should be there soon. I'm excited to get out there because, we've had all these great people join us, like you guys and Sean Getty and, Jennifer and, all these great people. I'm close to Dave Cadoon, and so I'm excited to get out there and do some more masterminds and stuff with you guys. No, I would love for whoever's on here to, I'm sure I'm going to be tagged. So follow me on social media anywhere at David Adam Kurz. Check out what we're doing. Like I said, I canceled all my coaching businesses. So when I do a class, it's going to be rare and it's going to be a rare opportunity. So come check it out, man. I've got a ton of knowledge and gold that I just want to pour into the world. And, I participate regularly in the LPT Plus trainings. So look for me on that schedule if you're a member of LPT Plus. And that's it, man. Follow me. Let's get excited. Let's do some fun stuff together. I've got all kinds of courses on my YouTube that are just there free. So enjoy.